Hey friends, it's Elizabeth from Plans and Melodies. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you choose to stick around. This week, I'll be planning out the week of Monday, February 3rd through Sunday, February 9th in my Erin Condren hourly planner. I will be using PlannerKate Kit 706. It's another one of my quote-unquote leftovers, which is really just a kit that I'm able to spread out over lots of weeks. I'll also be using my MakseLife highlighter. This is the health and wellness highlighter, my Frixion erasable pen, and some other goodies. So let's get started. I can't believe that it is finally February. I've heard a lot of people say this, and I really think it's true, but I think January has approximately 385 days in it. It seems to go for a very long time. But I'm thrilled to be into February now. And for me, every month, it's just another month, day, week closer to my wedding. So I think I said this last week, but it just feels like time is equal parts standing still and going really fast. And yeah, I'm got good things. Looking forward to really good things. So I hope you and your family are doing well. There's some excitement around here because the weather apps are starting to say that there might be some snow along the way, which I'm sure for some people is not exciting. Wow, I was really off on that. Is not an exciting thing. And I'll be honest, it's not really exciting for me. The snow kind of... There we go. Kind of causes me some anxiety. Not had to drive in the snow a whole lot, and I'm not very good at it. So I am one of those annoying drivers that can't drive in the snow very well. And I don't want to try. Okay, so now I'm going to get into mapping out the week. This week is not too out of the ordinary, actually, which will be the first of many weeks that feels regular. I've been working on we'll call it like a really big project for a long time, and that project is hopefully finally wrapping up, and that's exciting. Have some time back and all kinds of things. So I've mentioned this before, but I am, ooh, what color do I want? I think I want the orange if I can make it work. I give private voice lessons as well as work as a public school music teacher. So my weekends, I still work on the weekends. I do try to limit to only Saturdays so that I can have Sunday to myself, which is the day that I like to go to church and just in general, just have a bit of time to, do laundry and things like that. But because it is performance season, a lot of my students need to come on, well, not a lot, but a few need to come on Sundays instead for a little while. So I do kind of bend that rule during this time of the year. Some of my own groups had performances this past week, yesterday, in fact, and they did so beautifully. I was a really proud music teacher, really proud choir director. I love my Eraseable pen. Not only do I love it, I need it. It saves me from quite a few mistakes that I tend to make. Okay, I'm not going to do the frame for workouts yet until I put in everything else that's going on, because that will show me what days I have available. But what I can do is fill out the sidebar. I love these smaller square boxes that PlannerKate has on the website. I think we'll do this one. I don't usually put something up here in the corner, but today I'm feeling it. Yeah, I love how like perfectly that fits. That really makes my type A personality very happy. Do I have... Okay, so I'm going to go into the binder for more pieces. I really do need to just put these onto here, but I'll do that at another time. And I'm almost out of these weekly, I use them for meals most of the time. You don't have to, of course, but that's what I tend to use them for. I think this one right on top is gonna work great. I might come back and grab some snow icons just so I can mark when that's supposed to be starting, just so I'm aware. Last week was one of those weeks where I felt like I planned to the best of my ability, and then the week had its own ideas for just how it was gonna go. Half my week ended up changing, and for good reasons, all good things, but definitely didn't feel like I was in charge of my week. Do you ever have weeks like that where best laid plans and then just feels like you're not the one controlling what happens to you? It's like there are times where you plan your week, and then there are times where the week plans you, I think. Okay, I'll come back and fill kind of those things in a little bit. So now let's get to the day-to-day. Got my sticky note with all my things so that I don't forget. Okay. So what I'll do first is locate my pen. Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So because I am a specialist, my plan time, the time that I have where I'm not teaching, but just time that I have to get work done, is different every single day. I think for most teachers, like just general classroom teachers, they have the same plan time every day, but I actually have slightly different every day. All right, so those are all my different plan times for this week. Now for meetings. I've got lots of things to choose from, but let's see, on Monday, oh, I do have a bigger thing at the end of the day, so we'll use actually, that fits perfectly. And you can see there was a different week that I used this, and I wrote on this one for something else, but having it shadow through a little bit doesn't really bother me. All right, so Monday, got some other things all right there in a little bit, but I've got all the big things. Okay, so moving on to Tuesday. I've got meetings after school. Oh, yeah, pink. And that's all for meetings. And then Wednesday, got two things actually. Got rehearsal. after school. And then I have CPR and first aid training. So if it starts right about here, goes to right about here, is this going to be too big? Yeah, a little bit. I have a wonderful neighbor who is willing to, not just willing, but she really, I think, enjoys it, willing to feed my dog for me on days where I have to be away from home a little bit later. So I really, really appreciate that. Okay, now this is kind of a funky day because one of my classes will be on a field trip. So it's a little extra time that I won't be teaching. I feel like I should mark that with something that stands out a bit. How about this one right in here? I'll probably mark that with some sort of icon in a little bit. So I've got that, but no meetings after school. Okay. Just work, no meetings. But I do need to go back because we are preparing for our one of our grade level performances, and we combine classes. Both I and the other music teacher in my school, we put our classes together so that we can start preparing the kids to perform all together as a group instead of just their individual classes. And then this day I won't have a second grade, so there won't be a combo, but then there will be again on, not this day. No, this day it's the same. This day it's not. Okay. So one more. Yeah, so that can show that we're combining. Don't combine this day, and then we'll combine again on this day. So not a meeting, but just something that I want to mark. Okay. But other than that, no meetings. That's great. Over here, lessons. I probably will go to church on Sunday morning. I enjoy having at least one day where I don't leave the house. So that tends to become Saturday because I'm teaching lessons all day, and then I can stay home for the evening and get a bunch of work done, like errands and stuff. Okay. All right, and now that I can see my week, I can see which evenings and days will be great for workouts or going to the gym. I do a mixture of both working out at home and going to the gym. Lately, it has been really hard to stay consistent with how many things I have going on in the evenings. And I have tried in the past to be a morning workout kind of a person, but I can't do it. I've done all the tricks. I've done the, and going to bed early really isn't the issue. I'm in bed pretty early just because I'm tired most of the time. But I don't know, getting up in the morning and first of all, consuming the amount of food and water and coffee that I need to kind of get going with my day and wake up enough to then exercise for, I don't know, 40 minutes to an hour shower, I mean, I feel like I'd have to wake up at 3 in the morning to make all of that work for me. So I'm very solidly an evening after school workout kind of person. And I've heard both sides. Like I've heard people say, you know, they're so dead at the end of the work day, they just can't muster the energy, which totally makes sense to me there too. Could probably do one more here. See, but anyway, but for me, I'm able to just make it a continuation of my day, so I just don't feel like I've stopped for the day until after I've exercised. So that's just been my go-to. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, would I actually exercise 5 days in a row? I mean, I could, 4 days in a row. I could, depending on what I make them. So I'm going to block out the time, knowing full well it's okay to change the plan if I need to. But I'm definitely feeling the pressure with my wedding right around the corner. And I just want so badly to look and feel my best. And part of that comes with putting in the work. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Okay, so I've got that mapped out. As I was doing that, oh, I remember. Filming and editing is a part of my weekly schedule now, which is crazy, but it is. I actually could probably fit in filming right here because this lesson goes 11:45 to 12:15, and then the next one's not till 2:30. So I could actually fit in editing right in there. So let's do that. Well, at least I could film there. Then I could edit at the end of the day once it's loaded. We'll put that, we'll put it down here. Edit at the end of the day. And then I obviously don't really have a super solid schedule just yet, like as I'm figuring things out, but I'm going to try to make Sunday the upload day. That's going to try to be the day. So those 3 things are in place. Great. And I think what I'll do now. Oh, I know what I need to do next. I need to mark my fiance's schedule. He works for an airline. So he is away for some days. And I like to mark when he's not going to be home. He has his own condo, but obviously we just won't see each other when he's not here. Are these orange ones way too orange? Yeah, they're pretty orange. These are a PlannerKate sheet, slightly bigger airplanes that I like to use for my weekly view. And then she also, and that's Doodle 79. And then she also has these smaller icons, BW 100, and I like to use these on my monthly view for his schedule, but I like to use the bigger ones for the weekly. As I'm going through my binder here, I'm making a mental note of all the stickers I need to order. Yeah, this blue doesn't perfectly match, but I'm just not gonna worry about it. Okay, at this point, I've got the whole week kind of mapped out. So I think what I'll do now is go into time lapse and finish filling things in, and I'll catch back up with you in a minute. These stickers, I mentioned them in my last video, but I was really excited to find them because I assumed I didn't really have them anymore. I bought them, they're from Rose Colored Days, just YouTube scripts, but I bought them during COVID times when, as a teacher, I was filming and editing and uploading videos for my students, teaching videos. And so yeah, I bought these because I needed them at that time. And when I decided to start a YouTube channel, on that first video, it occurred to me that I had once upon a time had these, and I thought, oh, that'd come in handy now. And I thought, you know, I'm sure I don't have them anymore. Because frankly, I think I would have wanted to throw them away because they just reminded me of such a unpleasant time. I think we can all agree to that. And flipping through my books, I happened to still have it, and I was really excited. I was really excited to still have that. So just a funny story. Okay, so I've got a lot of the specifics put in. I'm going to wrap up the sidebar here, though. I'm not going to write the names of any of my students in just yet, just to protect their privacy. But let's see. So last week, I used these icons to track the habits that I wanted to track, and I really enjoyed that, but I don't know that I have all of the icons I want to be able to do that. And let's see, because I've got the weigh in, but not other things. But if we go into the vault, we might find some additional things we could use. So let's take a look. Sorry about my squeaky chair. I think I'm gonna have to maybe get a new one here pretty soon. It's just very squeaky. Oh, and I did want to mark possible snow days. And really, from what I last heard, there were kind of 2 days in particular that there was a chance. So I'll grab those two. So first thing, I do want to track meals. Plus, here's another rose-colored days sheet that I can just use to, I like these little small ones from rose-colored days. I also want to track medicine. Ooh, that one looks pretty close. Does it match the kit? Maybe not as much, but you know. Yeah, maybe we'll go with this lighter one. These are another PlannerKate sticker sheet. Brand new one, in fact. Don't need these ones. The blues are not going to match perfectly, and to be honest, I don't need them to. I'm okay with a little bit of difference. It really does not bother me in the slightest. So those ones, I know I'm gonna want this one. Okay, just take one last look through here, see if there's anything I missed. Oh, these are upcoming kits. And now my hand is full of stickers, so let's lay some of these down. So again, I'm using the same thing I did last week, was using the icons to mark my habits that I'm tracking rather than writing them in. It does cover up some of the T's, but it doesn't bother me. That's fine. I still know what day that is. So this next week I'll be tracking weigh-ins just to keep myself accountable. Exercise, how often I move my body, taking my vitamins and medications, and cooking at home. During busy parts of life, I'm sure a lot of us we default to takeout and, you know, what's quick and what's easy, and I really want to stay on track with cooking at home. I tend to eat both less and healthier that way. I do still have a couple things that I'm going to add in, but I'm going to hold off on some of those things. So this is the week. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful week, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye.